Hey everyone, Zion here. Welcome to my channel. I hope you like it here. Don't forget to show some love, comment, subscribe, and like. So we're gonna jump right into the topic today. We're gonna talk about religion. In the pursuit of African spirituality, our ancestors, our roots, we are now arguing about the origin of Christianity. And some people think that the origin of Christianity is colonialism. And they think that the white people brought this religion to us to subdue us or for slavery purposes. So this is what we're going to talk about today. So when we're talking about Christianity is not our religion, we have to go back to our ancestors' religion. So which ancestors are we talking about? So how far back should we go? So whose ancestors? Because we know that if we think about it, history is filled with colonialism, and it's always been about a people that came into another land to take over another people. And every time this happened, they brought everything with them. They brought their culture, they brought their religion, they brought good things and bad things with them. So not only did they bring religion, but they bring other things. Now, if we had to go with that argument, which means that, okay, white people brought religion, they also brought a lot of other things that we enjoy today, which were good things. Right. So that's just one example. Now, that question is actually very crucial because it's causing separation or division and some people to not believe in God and just look for some type of spirituality, which is misinformation. It really is. That's what it is, misinformation. God is not limited or bound by race. God is a spirit. The concept of race, if you do a research, you will know that it's a social construct to start with. Initially, there were no white, black, Asian, none of that. We used to just have humans. That's what existed. So you can understand that if we go beyond our skin colors, everyone has blood, the same blood. And you will see that you have blood types. And regardless of your origin, of the continent that you're from, you will have specific blood types. Like an Asian person can have the same blood type as a black person. So if a black person needs blood transfusion, they can receive it from an Asian because there's ultimately no difference between the types. Like blood is blood. We share the same blood groups. There's no difference. And the differences that we see are mainly superficial and social constructs. We learned to be racist. We learned to be different. We learned to have different groups, different ethnicities, different cultures. It was constructed. So when people talk about going back to original ancestors, spiritual beliefs, we have to think deep. Which ones? How far can we go back? And if we go back far enough, we'll realize that everybody, every tongue, every people will talk about one God who is the creator of humanity, the creator of the universe, creator of humans. We did not just appear, we were created. And even if you go into science, you will discover that some things, like the way the human body was made, was very intentional. There's a reason for everything. So my message here is to concentrate on the meaning of the gospel and the message of Jesus Christ. The message of Jesus Christ is love. The message of Jesus Christ is doing good to your brother and your sister. And that was not what slavery was about. So if slavery was really to bring the message of Christianity, why was it violent? Why did so many bad things happen? It's just a group of people who used the word of God, who used the gospel. But initially, the gospel was not from them or by them. And if you see Bible characters, people in the Bible, you can know that they were not Caucasians. They're not from Europe or from the countries where we usually have white people. Moses, Jesus, the wife of Moses, for example, and Egyptians. Egypt is in Africa. Joseph from the Bible, his family. You know, a lot of things we have to think about and see if these things connect, or does it match with our belief, our misinformation. Is Christianity really a religion brought by colonialism? Or some people thought that they could use it and use it negatively? Because in reality, everything can have a positive use or a negative use. Like, we can use social media for good, or we can use it for bad. Does that mean that the social media is completely bad? No. It's the same example. The heart of man is naturally inclined towards wickedness, and Jesus is calling us to leave those things, to leave wickedness, and to be good, to do good to one another, to love one another. We are seeking for transformation, to just be good humans. And that is what the gospel is about. Ultimately, the transformation that the gospel brings is not external. The gospel is looking for a relationship with Jesus Christ, like for humans to have a relationship with their creator. And that is what the gospel is all about. And this is what I'm calling everybody to not just follow trends or social misinformation, but to think. Don't reject Jesus Christ just because somebody told you something. Search him for yourself and open up yourself, because he's standing at the door. Whoever opens the door for him, he will come and he will dwell with the person. Your life will never be the same. Now, if you want to give your life to Jesus, I have a video about that. You just have to make a decision. If you have any questions about this, let me know, and I'll be so happy to answer. That's all I wanted to share. I hope somebody was blessed, and I'll see you next time. Until then.